Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm Lipstickpaddy. This is Kickstarter 102.4, Kickstarter 102.4, and I'm on holiday at the minute. I thought I'll do a special looking at some of this Gencon 2024 preview. I like to go through here. Sometimes you get Kickstarters. Up here, I'm actually back on. They let me back in. James McGann II is my name. You know me as Lipstickpaddy, but there you go. I had to put my real name in to get back on BGG, so you know, there we are. My dad was called James in heaven and heart. That's why I'm James II. Same name. Anyway, let's go down. Sheep in disguise. Okay, forget you. Basically, I go off prices here. If I see a big price, it generally interests me. I don't know how you go down this to go fast down it, but $50 for a City of Umbrellas on Amazon? I don't think so. If it's at Gencon, should it not be out? Should it not be releasing? I don't know why they're bringing games that you can already buy right now. What the heck? When E3 was on, you couldn't actually display a game that was already out on the market. At least, you know, this is supposed to be a preview, and if it's already out, it's not a preview, is it? What are you doing in the list? What are you doing at Gen Con? I understand these publishers do sell games, you know, that they've done already, but really, you know, your show should all be about showing off your new stuff, or you're releasing a game at the convention and you're previewing it here. Anyway, if I like it, I'll put it in a new tab and we'll look at it, but no, because all these little retail games, they don't really hit home, really, unless, you know, the box is looking interesting. Anyway, let's keep going down. Hamster Roll, that's from year 2000. What are you doing in the list? I think it got an English translation, did it? It's already on Amazon. You get this big disc thing. It's stupid, isn't it? I mean, when it comes to the retail space, you just get a huge amount of titles, and you know, it's like not great, because it's like Kickstarter and crowdfunding games. They're like in heaven, and down here we're in earth, aren't we? So we're not getting the top tier stuff, we're getting the bottom tier stuff, is what it feels like. Sometimes you do get some that float up to heaven, and then you've got to kind of pimp it out as you go. Anyway, there's 25th Century Games. None of these games actually interest me. This witchcraft game, there's actually a game called Witchbound that was on GameFound last year. Fantastic looking light RPG you can play with your kid. Do check that out. It's still on late order. Witchbound. That looks great, where you play a friendly witch and the sidekick cat, and you're helping people around the village, and you're basically role-playing as you go around trying to fix them by brewing potions and whatnot, healing people, helping people, and as you go through the RPG, you're getting new clothes, new staffs and wands and stuff. Witchbound. So forget witchcraft, go Witchbound if you want a light RPG, interesting campaign game that is on crowdfunding. Late pledge, anyway. Done by one person. Super indie game. Absolutely fantastic. Cubitos. AEG. Man, they like pushing the expansions out, don't they? They're doubling down on a lot of the games. Cubitos, though, I really like this game, but I don't think I want it in my collection just because it has that retail edge. They should really do a Kickstarter version of this, because the boxes have the most pathetic used cardboard, and it could do with really thick card boxes, or even, I don't know, it needs to be pimped out, and the art on the things looks, I don't know, the art on the boards could look better and stuff like that, but it could do with a Kickstarter buff up. Dead Reckoning, of course, is a Kickstarter game, getting a small expansion, it looks like. Demo of Misfit Heroes, not even got a picture. It's a craft character cards, clever card pool for cool combos, gain it, claim influence. That's not very inspiring, is it? Space-Based Genesis, another bloody expansion for this. They keep pushing them out. This one actually looks really good. I'll probably be picking this up as an expansion around Christmas time. I don't consider expansions as part of my limit, you know, because if you've got the game and you've got an expansion, you get it. It's, you know, it's especially if you think it's good. This one looks really good. Anyway, some more. Allion by Dr. Zero. Okay, Alley Cat Games. Nope. All Play Lure fishing game. I'd covered a fishing game this week. You're probably watching this video though a week later. The fishing game, I'll show you where I am on my channel at the minute. Fishing game is Deep Regrets with fantasy fishing. That looks fantastic. I don't think there's going to be a fishing game that's going to beat that this year. It is a little bit more pricey though. This one's only 19. Chaos Cave from Ape Games demo. Play an array of retired privateers protecting your home from pirates and barbarians. Ooh, it's... Oh, take a look. It's Martin Wallace. Stack that up. Ivian, the Bear and the Badger. Loads of Ivian flavors. These are fighting games, are they? Tactical card game, not that interested in that. An expansion for Aquatica, interesting. I have a feeling there's going to be like a Kickstarter Aquatica big box with all the expansions in and pimped out. I feel that's coming down the pipe from them. And Arcane Wonders, you're going to have Freedom 5 here, aren't you? Because we're still waiting for that game. Man, they're pushing a lot in the retail. There must be a lot of value in the retail game if you just get all these games out. You know, because is there any profit really in crowdfunding? They're not. Hey, what's going on here, peeps? Arcane Wonders, shouldn't you have Freedom 5? You've announced this on your Kickstarter that you're gonna have the game there. Why is it not in the list? That's disappointing, isn't it? Aries, not got much. If I flash past something here and you're interested in it, put it in the comments and I'll take a look at it. If I've glossed over something, 70 bucks for Forges of Ravenshire. You're running a forge, competing for the title of Forge Master. We'll give that a look. Looks interesting. All right. An Age Contrived. That's out already, isn't it? Expansion coming out. There'll be a demo for that. That's not coming out till the new year. That's probably what it is. But 80 bucks for that. The Colossal Cat in the Box edition. I mean, a lot of this is what we would call it in video games shovelware. Like, you can just dig a hole and put them all in and you're not gonna, no one will be, you know, no one will be sad. Reef Project, become the hero of reef restoration. I'm guessing that might be interesting. I like the art on the box. Have a look at that. I usually go for this every year, by the way. I thought I'd do a video because I'm on holiday and I'll have less content on my channel next week, so this is just why I'm doing this, by the way. If you are interested in me doing this every year, I will do it. This is just because I am on a holiday and I thought I'd give you one of my in a special video while I'm away. From the Moon, craft workers build bases, save humanity. From Le Boîte de Joy. Let's have a look at that one. Evil Corp. Managers confront each other in terrorizing human villages Village contest with monsters. That sounds interesting. It says it's already out this year. We'll take a look at it. Why not? It might be out in a different language and it's coming to English. Battle Dental. Toothache. The troll takes on Grommet the Golf in this tooth collecting head-to-head. I'm just going to look at that out of curiosity. The Sumo. Bright Eye Games. The Sumo. Let's have a look at that. Why not? The bed is mine. What? I don't know if you've adulthood here. Have you noticed on BGG they're like promoting sex games, like the Sex Worker, whatever it's called, and then the Dick It, whatever that was called. Like, is there a group of teenagers all joined BGG recently? They're all looking at these adult version games. It's terrible. Buffalo Games. I Heart Miniatures at 20. Okay. Hold Your Ground. Battle Royale game. There's a really, really interesting Battle Royale game coming out later this year from Ankima Games, the peeps that brought you Monster Slaughter and Arceus. So that's the next big game on crowdfunding. So look out for that. I can't wait to cover that game. It looks fantastic. It's been in development a long time. How to Save a World. Work on different projects, each with a razor-thin chance of saving the world. We'll have a look at you. I'm going to have to put a timestamp in here. One is going to be looking down the list and one is going to be looking at each of these. Is that how it's going to work? Gloomhaven, Button and Bugs. Gloomhaven in the palm of your hand. Let's have a look at that. We'll have a look at Gloomhaven 2nd edition just to see what the note changes are. Other than the box art. Spectacular. Combine tiles, create your own spectacular animal park. Have a look at that. Slay the Spire, the board game. $170. The listed prices for the collector's edition. This was a Kickstarter, wasn't it? And it's a video game. Pfft. Forget about it. I've got a thing about Alchemist games and stuff like that. Alchemist Apprentice Brew Potions, work on discovering new secrets. Look at that. Cyber Pet Quest. Right, we'll have a look at that. Ooh, Cosmic Frog expansions. If you don't know Cosmic Frog, it's a really quirky game, hard to get hold of in the retail space. Like $90 it is, really difficult, and they've already got expansions out for it. You need to like print more copies of Cosmic Frog before you get expansions out. You're basically these planet-side frogs, aren't you? Battling it out with stupendous powers and stuff. Anyhow, who's that by the way? Devious Weasel Games. Like, I just wish more retail games dip their feet into crowdfunding. If it was just one ambitious title a year, just to, dip their feet in. I don't know what they're afraid of. Right, a lot of this stuff is old stuff, isn't it? Cosmic Cow. Not Cosmic Frog, Cosmic Cow. Dodo's Riding Dinos Dodo Dash. I had this game. Fantastic. It is technically a standalone expansion, but it does include cards to make the original game, Dodo's Riding Dinos, where you can make the tracks longer because you put a card down to link the inner and outer tracks. So this is a really good thing to get, by the way. Dodo's Riding Dinos first race. First race. This is for even younger kids. So I want to take a look at that. All right. Dragon Bond, Lords of Valor, Armies of Blood and Dreams. The Cosmic Expansion to Dragon Bond. What's this Dragon Bond? There's no images in it, but it's dragons and generals engage in an epic battle leading armies. All right, we'll take a look at the this. I don't know what that is. Mischief. Schemers use pranks to make enemies look bad at a royal fairy wedding. That is crazy. Lost in Adventure, the Labyrinth. Collect items, explore the world card by card in this tabletop graphic adventure. I'll have to look at that one. I am interested in these jury games just out of curiosity because they're kind of late to the party. I mean, there's video games of these back in the 90s and they've only started coming into board games now. So I'll have a look at that just out of interest. Now, Elf Creek Games, they have been dipping their feet into Kickstarter, haven't they? What's this? The Paradox Initiative. Mad scientists steal strands of space-time by tile matching the paradox particles. What a depressing name for a game. Defrag. It's like calling a game cleaning. Sort out. Right, just flashing past this stuff. Like I said, if there's anything in this list that you think I should have taken a look at, put a comment please in the comments, and I'll go back and have a look at it. Ooh, Far Cry. Escape from Rook Islands. I love this game. It's coming out on the 1st of August. Playtime 90 to 2,700 minutes. What is this? Have a look at that. Tapas. Food obsession. Anyone? The Adventures of Conan. Gale Force 9. Game of Adventure. Sorcery. Glorious combat. Have a look at that. Of course, Gale Force 9. They do super good retail stuff, don't they? Dip their hands into really pimping their own stuff out as well, which is good to see. Games Workshop should just retire from retail, bring their stuff out on crowdfunding. That's really what they need to do. End of the day. Wrath of Fire Mountain from Eric Lang and Phil Walker Harding. There's a bit of a matchup, isn't it? Claim territory with cavemen, hatch dinosaur eggs, or appease the volcano. 25 bucks. Let's have a look at that one. Loof. Gather resources, capture buildings to develop your fort. Could be interesting. Let's have a look at that one. This whole Pac-Man stuff, I mean, come on. Really? Apex Legends. Glass Cannon Unplugged. Was that not Kickstarter? Oh, look at that. Remind me. Dying Light, the board game. Unbelievable. Dude, that game looks incredible. Zombicide on steroids. Zombicide with a campaign game. Zombicide beta. That thing kicks the ass of Zombicide. Don't matter what version of Zombicide you've got. The Dying Light, the board game, is the bomb. Really is fantastic. Right, let's have a look at Don't Starve. I've played all these games, by the way. Dying Light, the video game, is Dying Light 2. That's Dying Light 2. That's what I played this year. Absolutely phenomenal. Best zombie game I might ever played. Fantastic. Got quite a lot to go through here. Don't worry, I'm literally be looking to see how it looks, and then I'll be when I look at these, it's going to be quick. Defenders of the Realm, new generation of heroes. Let's have a look at that. A lot of designers on that. Look at that, 5 designers. Richard Lawney is one of them. Weird Wood Manor. The Shifting Manor. 85 bucks. Amazon 65 MSRP. I mean, have a look at that to remind myself. It is ringing a bell in my head, but I just have no idea. Right, let's keep going. Man, they're really pushing out the Kinfire stuff, aren't they? When's your second edition coming? Or your second print of Kinfire? Did I miss it? I don't know. Like, these are all card games based off the IP, but Kinfire itself is what we want to see. The second Kickstarter of it. Kids Table BG. Not seen them on Kickstarter this year, have we? Not yet, at least. Build a devious dungeon, explore your rival's creation. Coming out next year. That could be a Kickstarter for this year. Layers. Let's have a look at that one. Build your own cozy cafe and turn your drop-ins into regulars. Let's have a look at that one. I'm a fan of the board games, if you haven't noticed. Apart from the food item ones. Let's have a look at it. Just out of interest, I guess. Galactic Cruise. That was an interesting Kickstarter, wasn't it? Covered that recently. This year. Sneaky Bell Ratty has placed fake buildings in your museum. Can you spot the forgery? Okay. Exit Games. There's Larian Studios with Divinity Original Sin. So much content for that. That's crowdfunding, of course. Arcs. I keep looking at this. Guide your faction through fast playing space opera. We'll take another look at that. Just remind me of what it is. Toppings, a game for picky pizza eaters. Ooh. Right. Bum, 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 bum. There's just so much to see, isn't there? Are you going to Gencon? Which ones are you going to be looking at? Explore the galaxy and create links with lost civilizations. That looks interesting. Also out this year already. It's on Amazon. Kemet. This is coming to Game Found soon, isn't it? The expansion. That is coming out soon. In a week, maybe? Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters Anniversary Edition. Have a look at that. From Mattel. Mighty Boards. Mind Clash, Perseverance. I think they're going to be showing episode 4 there. I can't wait for that game. It looks incredible. This is the next game, isn't it? Ironwood, that's coming out. Not interested in that. Perseverance, by the way, Castaway Chronicles, is an absolutely incredible, highly thematic Euro game with high thematic Euro mechanics. Looks fantastic. It plays a campaign between all episodes. Man, that grabbed me by the balls last year. Can't wait to get that game. It's so fantastic. It's like a campaign Euro game. And they've announced playmats. Recently they announced some playmats for the whole series, so pledge is going up. What can I say? Evenfall. The battle for the enchanted throne begins. Let me have a look at you. Tribulation. Fight together to defend humanity from the evil at the end of the world. We are almost through this. Look at all those games that have piqued my interest just from a little picture and description. Undaunted 2020 Callisto. This looks fantastic, doesn't it? It's going to be 85 books coming out later this year. This could be the one, because the Undaunted World War II was probably out of people's wheelhouse just because of the theme, but now you've pushed it into sci-fi. That could be the big one at Gencon this year. Undaunted 2020. 2200. Are we going to say that? Is it 2200? 1900. 2020. 22. The name on that's a tough one to have, isn't it? Why have you made it 2200? Is that what it's going to be? 1900, 2000, 2024. So that is 20. 2200. Is that what it is? You got my mind. It's going a bit funny though. Pandasaurus with box top pinball haunted house. Look at that picture. Okay, I need to have a look at that. Boblin's Rebellion. Train your goblins, take back the dungeon. Let's have a look at that before my computer blows up with all these pages open. Now, Plaid Hat, Wandering Galaxy, the Crossroads game. Take crazy jobs in space to pay off your ship. That sounds great, doesn't it? That could be another big one coming out later this year. Right, yeah. Portal Games. Robinson Crusoe. Really? There's an expansion coming out for it, which has already come out. It's coming out. Not really seeing anything monstrous. Right, Hero Escape. Poo poo. Veil of Eternity. That's already out, isn't it? Crossbows and Catapults, the Castle Edition. That is a Kickstarter, isn't it? I feel like it is. No, this is Restoration Games. They've not Kickstarted this at all. Right, let's have a look at that. It's Catapults and Castles is the Kickstarter one, isn't it? Alpha Clash, Cosmic Conquest, another sci-fi game of fighting. Let's have a look at you. Oh, look at all those games. Whoa, look at this. Radlands. Yeah. You said you weren't going to do an expansion, Roxley. That special box that fit precisely all the cards you could need. And you're finally going to bring out an expansion, you lying peeps. That's desperate, isn't it? Scorpion Masquerade. Flashback Lucy. Solve a dark mystery by switching points of view. We'll give you a look. Shadowborn Games are doing Avalon the Rivian Vale, an Arthurian game in which legends explore the misty Isle of Avalon. Take a look at you. I think this is why, you know, people walk around Gencon, because they're kind of studying all this stuff, don't they? A lot of this stuff is like you've got no idea what this stuff is. This is kind of why it's an interesting convention, but it's just the price of flying there, and then you've got the hotel and the cost of entry, the high food prices. You know, you might go on a cruise for the price of it. Going to Gencon really is expensive if you're an expat living in a different country than the US. Vampire Village. Fortify your village against creatures and direct them towards your neighbours. Sounds fun. We're getting to the end. Surely, but surely we're getting to the end. This is going to be like a really long video. Maybe this is part one, and I'll have to look through these as part two, and we'll see how that goes, because I think this one is going to be really long. I think I looked at this Mandalorian Adventures because I don't think they had any pictures, so we'll take a look at that. That's definitely something of interest. One of my favourite TV shows, Mandalorian. Halo, there's another good TV show. That's Upper Deck, though. Van Rider, not been on Kickstarter for a while. Dipping your feet into retail and RPG books, aren't you? I think the reason they're not coming on Kickstarter is that there definitely is a feeling that it's not as popular because of economy and stuff. They don't really want to take a risk. Canopy Evergreen from Weird City Games. Build your Pacific Northwest forest. Of all the things you could build a forest. Right. And WizKids, what have you got? Dungeons and Dragons Onslaught. Tendrils of the Lich and Lich starter set. You think WizKids just should come to Kickstarter and just do a massive Dungeons and Dragons IP game, because they keep pushing these $100 boxes. Let's have a look at this, but really they need to come on to Kickstarter, in my opinion. Ooh, Aegis Combining Robots Season 2. We'll have a look at that. So we've got 489 titles done. I think this is going to have to be the end of this video. And, we'll look at the fog. Escape from Paradise, because it sounds fun. Okay. Yeah, so in part 2, I'll look through these, and you can see what my thoughts are on these retail picks that are coming out at Board Game Geek. And, maybe I've clicked on some of this stuff that is coming to crowdfunding. We will find out. But anyway, thank you for watching me just flicking through all these. And if you did see any that I missed, put it in the comments, and I will check it out, of course. I will. Because I really don't know any of this. It's just me window shopping, as I'm sure you have. And nice to share experiences. So in part 2, I'll share all of my interest here. I don't know how many games I've looked at here, but that'll be part 2. So thanks for watching. Give the video a heart. What am I thinking? Give it a thumbs up. There you go. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'll see you in part 2. Bye for now.